Numbers 24, Balaam's final oracles. The Star of Jacob. Numbers 24 concludes the story of Balaam and Balak. Balak has tried twice to get a curse. Twice, God turned the curse into a blessing. Now Balak tries a third location. But this time, Balaam does not rely on divination. The Spirit of God comes upon him, and he delivers oracles, not just about Israel's present, but about Israel's future. The most famous of these is the prophecy of the Star of Jacob, a scepter rising out of Israel that will crush the forehead of Moab. This is a Messianic prophecy pointing directly to Jesus. Let's walk through this powerful chapter now. When Balaam saw that it pleased the Lord to bless Israel, he did not resort to divination as at other times, but turned his face toward the wilderness. When Balaam looked out and saw Israel encamped tribe by tribe, the Spirit of God came on him, and he spoke his message. The prophecy of Balaam son of Peor, the prophecy of one whose eye sees clearly, the prophecy of one who hears the words of God, who sees a vision from the Almighty, who falls prostrate, and whose eyes are opened. How beautiful are your tents, Jacob, your dwelling places, Israel. Like valleys they spread out, like gardens beside a river, like aloes planted by the Lord, like cedars beside the waters. Water will flow from their buckets, their seed will have abundant water. Their king will be greater than Agag, their kingdom will be exalted. God brought them out of Egypt, they have the strength of a wild ox. They devour hostile nations and break their bones in pieces. With their arrows, they pierce them. Like a lion they crouch and lie down, like a lioness who dares to rouse them. May those who bless you be blessed, and those who curse you be cursed. Then Balak's anger burned against Balaam. He struck his hands together and said to him, I summoned you to curse my enemies, but you have blessed them these 3 times. Now leave at once and go home. I said I would reward you handsomely, but the Lord has kept you from being rewarded. Balaam answered Balak, Did I not tell the messengers you sent me? Even if Balak gave me all the silver and gold in his palace, I could not do anything of my own accord, good or bad, to go beyond the command of the Lord. And I must say only what the Lord says. Now I am going back to my people, but come, let me warn you of what these people will do to your people in days to come. Balaam's 4th message. Then he spoke his message, the prophecy of Balaam son of Beor, the prophecy of one whose eye sees clearly, the prophecy of one who hears the words of God, who has knowledge from the Most High, who sees a vision from the Almighty, who falls prostrate, and whose eyes are opened. I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not near. A star will come out of Jacob, a scepter will rise out of Israel. He will crush the foreheads of Moab, the skulls of all the people of Sheth. Edom will be conquered, Seir, his enemy, will be conquered, but Israel will grow strong. A ruler will come out of Jacob and destroy the survivors of the city. Balaam's 5th message. Then Balaam saw Amalek and spoke his message. Amalek was first among the nations, but their end will be utter destruction. Balaam's 6th message. Then he saw the Kenites and spoke his message. Your dwelling place is secure. Your nest is set in a rock. Yet you Kenites will be destroyed when Asher takes you captive. Balaam's 7th message. Then he spoke his message. Alas, who can live when God does this? Ships will come from the shores of Cyprus. They will subdue Asher and Eber, but they too will come to ruin. Then Balaam got up and returned home, and Balak went his own way. Lessons and teachings. 1. The Spirit of God can use unlikely messengers. The Spirit of God came upon him. 24:2. Balaam was not a prophet of Israel. He was a pagan diviner. But the Spirit of God came upon him, and he spoke truth. God can use anyone to deliver his word. For us, do not despise the messenger if the message is true. God can speak through unlikely people. And if you are unlikely, do not despise yourself. God can use you too. How beautiful are your tents, O Jacob! God's people are beautiful in his eyes. How beautiful are your tents, O Jacob, your dwelling places, O Israel! 24. Balaam looked at Israel's camp and saw beauty, not because they were perfect, but because God dwelt among them. His presence made them beautiful. For us, do you see the church as beautiful? God does. Even with its flaws, God's people are beautiful because he dwells among them. 3. A star will come out of Jacob, the Messianic prophecy. A star will come out of Jacob, a scepter will rise out of Israel. 24:17. This is one of the clearest prophecies of a coming king in the Old Testament. The star and scepter point to a ruler from Israel who will conquer enemies and rule over nations. David fulfilled it in part. Jesus fulfills it completely. For us, have you bowed to the Star of Jacob? Jesus is the king. He is the ruler. He is the scepter. Bow to him. 4. Balak's frustration. God's plans cannot be thwarted. Balak said to Balaam, I called you to curse my enemies, but you have blessed them 3 times. 24:10. Balak tried everything. 3 locations, 7 altars each time, countless sacrifices. He could not change God's blessing. God's plans cannot be thwarted by human effort. For us, are you fighting against something God has ordained? Stop. You cannot change his plans. Surrender to his will. 5 God's people are protected. No curse can stand. He has blessed them, and I cannot change it. 11:20 p.m. Reiterated in chapter 24. Balaam wanted the reward, but he could not curse what God had blessed. God's protection over his people is absolute. No curse, no accusation, no enemy can stand against his blessing. For us, are you afraid of spiritual attacks? God's blessing on you is irreversible. Rest in his protection. 6. Jesus is the Star of Jacob, the fulfillment of Balaam's prophecy. I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not near. 24:17. Balaam saw the star from afar. He saw the scepter, but he did not live to see it rise. We live after the star has risen. Jesus is the Star of Jacob, the scepter of Israel, the King of Kings. For us, have you looked at the star? He has risen. His name is Jesus. Worship him. Let's continue studying the book of Numbers. Subscribe, like, comment, and hit notification button for more videos, more Bible study, and more Bible knowledge. We got you.